Look at your kitchen table right now. There's probably a pill box sitting there, right next to your glass of water. You take it to ease a little ache. No prescription, no second thought, believing it's on your side. But the truth is, in silence, it may be lighting a short fuse straight to your heart. I'm not talking about poison. I'm talking about an invisible danger disguised as relief, one that almost everyone over 60 has at home. And one of these medications, I'll reveal it before this video ends, is probably the last one you'd ever suspect. One that seems completely harmless, that doctors prescribe without hesitation, that's sitting on any pharmacy shelf, and that many people have been taking for years thinking it's as safe as a glass of water. But it isn't. And once you understand what it does on the inside, you'll never look at it the same way. My name is Thomas Ellsworth. I spent over 2 decades working alongside cardiac patients. And what I see most often isn't people who ignored clear warning signs. It's people who trusted the wrong medications at the wrong time without knowing the real risk they were taking. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, do it now, because what you're about to learn here can make a real difference in your life. Before we go on, this content is for informational purposes only. It does not replace your doctor's guidance. Do not stop any medication on your own. What you're about to see is so you can walk into your next appointment better prepared, more aware, asking the right questions. We're going to talk about 6 classes of medication. Some you know by name, others you take without reading the label. At least one of them, I'm almost certain, is in your home right now. We'll go from the least dangerous to the most serious, because the last one by far is what worries me most. Number 6, nasal decongestants. It seems so small, so harmless. A cold shows up, your nose clogs, your head feels heavy, and you grab that familiar colored box you've trusted for years. That's exactly what Clifford did. 64 years old, retired from construction, someone who took care of his health, walked regularly, slept well. When a bad cold hit that winter, he went to the pharmacy without thinking twice. Bought the same decongestant he always used, took it with dinner. A few hours later, he woke up in the middle of the night with his heart racing, blood pressure through the roof, and a tightness in his chest he had never felt before. It wasn't anxiety. It was the medication doing exactly what it was designed to do, just in places Clifford never expected. What was happening inside his body has a name: acute coronary vasoconstriction. Let me put that in terms you can actually feel. Imagine your blood vessels are garden hoses running through your entire body. Now someone grips those hoses tight, all at once. The heart keeps trying to push blood forward through channels that suddenly got narrow. It has to work much harder, push stronger, force more. And in arteries that have been running for decades, that extra effort can be the trigger for something there's no coming back from. The compounds responsible are pseudoephedrine and phenylephrine, found in dozens of over-the-counter products. They work by releasing norepinephrine, the stress hormone, in large amounts. The vessels tighten, including and especially the vessels that feed the heart. The FDA concluded in 2023 that oral phenylephrine is completely ineffective at clearing a stuffy nose. Ineffective. The patient gets none of the benefit they were hoping for, but they take on a real cardiac risk. For people over 60, the risk of heart attack or stroke doubles in the hours following use. Doubles. Your nose is still stuffy, and your heart is under invisible pressure. Have you taken a decongestant without a prescription in the last few months? Comment yes or no below. I want to understand how many people go through this without knowing what's happening on the inside. Safer alternatives exist: saline nasal rinses, air humidifiers, and antihistamines like loratadine, which bring relief without stressing your vessels. The problem is nobody prints that on the colorful packaging on the pharmacy shelf. But the next medication on this list is even more common. This one, I'm almost certain, is in the bag of nearly every person over 60. Number 5, anti-inflammatories, ibuprofen, diclofenac, naproxen. Names you probably know by heart. They're in any bathroom cabinet. You take them when your back aches, when your knee swells, when that stubborn pain just won't quit. Because they work, you take them again, without concern, without thinking about what's happening on the inside. The problem is exactly that. You feel the relief, and you don't see what's happening to your vessels at the same time. There's a substance called prostacyclin. Think of it as the bodyguard of your arteries. It works in silence, keeping blood cells from sticking together and forming clots. It keeps your vessels relaxed, your flow clean, your pressure under control. A protection that functions precisely because you never notice it. Anti-inflammatories block an enzyme called COX-2. And when that enzyme is blocked, prostacyclin production crashes. The bodyguard leaves his post. Vessels contract, blood thickens, pressure rises. And the heart, which already works harder as the years go by, has to push even more. The FDA issued an official warning in 2015. The risk of heart attack from NSAIDs starts within the first weeks of use. Even in people with no cardiac history. Data from the Mayo Clinic and the Journal of the American College of Cardiology show that diclofenac increases the risk of a serious cardiovascular event by 70%. High-dose ibuprofen more than doubles the chances of a heart attack. More than doubles. For pain, acetaminophen and dipyrone are proven safe for the heart. Low-dose aspirin, only under medical guidance, may offer additional vascular protection. What you can't do is keep treating anti-inflammatories as if they carry no weight. But the next one has the face of a protector, and that's exactly where the danger hides. Number 4, stomach protectors, omeprazole, pantoprazole, esomeprazole. The proton pump inhibitors, known as PPIs, medications that roughly 70% of Americans over 60 take regularly, many with no defined end date, no reassessment, as if it were a permanent fixture of daily life, as harmless as a vitamin. But something is happening to your vessels that nobody mentions on the label. Your arteries produce a gas called nitric oxide. This gas is one of the best-kept secrets of the cardiovascular system. It keeps your vessels relaxed, flexible, young on the inside. It's like every artery in your body has a built-in shock absorber running around the clock. Stomach protectors suppress the production of this gas, silently, progressively. You feel nothing. But your vessels begin losing their flexibility. They stiffen. They grow more vulnerable. A Stanford University study conducted with nearly 3 million patients found that chronic PPI use increases heart attack risk by up to 21%, and the number that's hardest to ignore. This increase was seen even in healthy young people, with no risk factors, no cardiac history whatsoever. Occasional use, when medically indicated, is safe and necessary. By up to 21%, and the number that's hardest to ignore. This increase was seen even in healthy young people, with no risk factors, no cardiac history whatsoever. Occasional use, when medically indicated, is safe and necessary. The problem is the open-ended, indefinite use that became habit without anyone reviewing that decision in years. Are you still here? Comment 1 if you've taken a stomach protector for more than 30 consecutive days. If not, comment 0. I want to know how many people are in this situation without ever having discussed it with their doctor. Number 3, stimulants. When most people think about stimulants, they picture young people, gyms, too much caffeine. They don't picture Arlene, 67 years old, a retired high school history teacher who started taking focus medication after retirement. A clinic was promising mental clarity, more energy, better quality of life. The prescription came quickly. The promises sounded reasonable. Arlene started taking it, confident she was taking care of herself. What she didn't know is that these compounds raise heart rate and blood pressure consistently and cumulatively. A Swedish study conducted in 2023 with more than 278,000 individuals found that prolonged use over 5 years increases the risk of cardiovascular disease by 27% and the risk of hypertension by 80%. 80%. For people over 66 who start this type of medication, the risk of cardiac hospitalization increases by 40% in just the first 30 days. One more warning. Weight loss supplements and pre-workouts sold freely often hide banned stimulants. Colorful packaging, catchy names, promises of instant energy. On the inside, substances that have already caused sudden cardiac arrest in people who thought they were caring for their health. The next two worry me the most, because unlike the others, they arrive with a medical recommendation, with the appearance of science, and with promises that sound very good, but they hide a risk most people have never seen listed in any package insert. Number 2, corticosteroids, prednisone, cortisone, betamethasone. You've probably taken one of them, maybe for bad inflammation, an unbearable backache, a sinus flare-up. And many people receive a cortisone shot, a depot injection, thinking it's just a small, targeted procedure. Fast, effective, no major consequences. That thinking is a serious mistake. A single depot corticosteroid injection releases into the body the equivalent of nearly 1 month of continuous oral steroids. 1 month from a single shot. And what that prolonged level does to the cardiovascular system is documented. A study published in the British Medical Journal found that daily prednisone use above 7.5 milligrams doubles the patient's overall cardiovascular risk. That includes heart attack, stroke, and heart failure. Not a peripheral risk, central, direct. Corticosteroids retain sodium, raise blood pressure, elevate blood sugar, and accelerate arterial hardening. Each of those effects would be concerning on its own. Together, they create a silent storm inside the circulatory system. This doesn't mean corticosteroids are always wrong. In critical situations, they save lives. What needs to change is the casual attitude. The idea that a cortisone shot doesn't count, that a week of prednisone leaves no trace, that it's a free shortcut. Every corticosteroid has a cost, and the heart pays part of that bill. But now we reach number 1, and I need you to stay for this. This medication is being sold as the greatest advance in anti-aging medicine. Longevity clinics are prescribing it to men and women over 60 at a frequency that concerns me deeply. And most patients never receive the full picture of what happens to the heart in the first weeks of use. Number 1, testosterone replacement therapy. Vernon was 68 when he had his annual checkup. Heart, perfect. Tests, flawless. His cardiologist cleared everything. A few days later, he went to a longevity clinic promising more energy, more drive, more vitality. He received a testosterone injection, went home feeling in control. The next morning, Vernon couldn't move the right side of his body. What happened inside his arteries was already known to science. Exogenous testosterone, introduced above what the body actually needs, transforms the blood. It becomes thicker, more viscous, like honey replacing water. And thick blood, moving through arteries that already carry decades of history, dramatically increases the risk of clots. An epidemiological study with more than 55,000 men found that those over 65 starting testosterone replacement therapy have their heart attack risk doubled in the first. A study published in JAMA, the Journal of the American Medical Association, found that testosterone gel, often presented as safer than injections, accelerates the growth of soft, non-calcified plaques in the coronary arteries. These plaques are unstable. They rupture suddenly and cause massive heart attacks. The gel doesn't eliminate the risk, it just changes the packaging. The Traverse study, published in 2023, offered an important counterpoint. Hormonal replacement can be safe when patients are carefully selected and rigorously monitored. The problem is that many profit-driven clinics prescribe testosterone with no confirmed deficiency, including applying hormonal implants to women who have faced breast cancer. That isn't medicine. So what do you do with all of this? You don't need to fear medication. You need to be a more conscious patient. At your next appointment, ask your doctor one simple question. Do I really need this medication? Is there any alternative that's safer for my heart? That question can change the course of an entire treatment. Your heart doesn't send scheduled warnings. It doesn't signal when it's under pressure. It just works in silence, carrying the weight of every decision you make without knowing the impact. You now know more than most people do. Use that knowledge. Did any of these 6 medications surprise you? Comment below which one you never expected to see on this list. And if you know someone who takes any of these without medical guidance, share this video with them. It might be exactly the information they needed. If this content was helpful, like it, share it, and subscribe to the